Hey guys, it is Sandra here again, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about ADHD or ADD and school. And I think the last time I left off with you guys was everybody was pretty much trying to pressure us into getting Parker on medication for ADHD, and we just weren't so sure what we wanted to do. We knew that something needed to be done, but we weren't entirely sold on the medication route, so I think the last update I did was I said, I'm just going to leave it how everything is right now. And it was towards the end of the school year last year, or maybe it was during the summer, I'm not sure. And I said, we're going to wait till next school year and we'll see how things are going then. And maybe if anything's changed over the summer. Well, nothing really changed over the summer. And he started school this year. He's in the third grade. And it's just, he's a totally different kid. So what I think the biggest difference is his teacher. So last year, Parker's problem with school is he's constantly talking and getting distracted by everything. I mean, even the air conditioning that kicks on, he gets really distracted by just everything and he just wants to talk. He's not mean or aggressive or anything like that. He's not shouting or I don't know, but he just wants to talk about anything and everything. And a lot of times it is about the school subject at hand, but yeah. So last year he kept getting in trouble. We kept getting notes home, I would say almost every day, if not at least 4 times a week. We would get something home, a sheet of paper or a little note on a piece of paper, something, or a call, an email saying, this is what we need to work on. He's having troubles with this, he's having troubles with that, yada, yada, yada. And then last year, how it was the second he would walk in the door, I dreaded it. I dreaded 4 o'clock to come every single day because the second he would walk in the door, he would scream and yell and cry and throw things and just be in the worst mood ever. And, he was really hard to get up in the morning for school. Anyway, so this teacher is a male teacher. I don't know if that makes any difference to him or not. But I think the biggest difference is they really click. Parker really, really likes him. And I went to the parent-teacher conferences, and he said that he likes to, encourage Parker because he's educationally there, he's academically there. He tries to encourage him to work ahead of everybody else. So if they have an assignment for, let's finish this page, for example, he wants him to finish 2 or 3 pages if he can at a time. And that will give him time when he does need to kind of let his mind wander a little bit or whatever, then he can because his work's done and everything. And he lets him doodle in class, make little artwork things. As long as he's not like all over the classroom disrupting everybody else, he's allowed to take the time and go off topic while everybody else is working. And that's awesome. That's really working for Parker. And then the other thing that he does is he puts Parker at the front of the line because he knows Parker's a really big talker and he doesn't want Parker to disrupt other kids. He'll let Parker come and talk to him. So as long as Parker has his work done that needs to be done, he gets to go and talk to his teacher as much as he wants about pretty much anything, and the teacher will talk with him. And it just seems to be, this teacher seems to be much more laid back. And I'm not saying that's a good way for all students, but for Parker, it's amazing. So differences I'm noticing at home this year compared to last year is he is coming in the house excited and happy, and he wants to tell me about his day. And when I ask him what he learned, instead of saying nothing, he'll tell me everything that he can remember that his little brain is soaking up. And he even said last year he would not want to do his homework and he would lie to me and Chris saying that it was done when it wasn't done. We'd have to go through his backpack, all that kind of stuff. But now when we're asking, do you have homework? He honestly, truly, 90% of the time doesn't have homework because he finished it at school, because he likes the incentives of being able to have that free time during school that he needs. The other difference I've noticed is me and him get along a lot better. He's a lot less argumentative. And in the morning, he sets his alarm for school in the morning. He hops right up, gets in the shower, makes his bed, picks up his room before he goes to bed. I mean, all across the board, I'm seeing a totally, totally different kid, and it's pretty awesome. So no medication, and this is just the proof to us that we needed that no, he doesn't need medication. It's the thing is, I don't think all kids fit into this neat little tidy little box that sometimes school systems want to put them in, and not everyone's the same. I mean, even us as adults, we're all different, every single one of us. So to say a kid has to follow a line of learning like this when maybe the kid learns better like this, you know, and I think this teacher takes that approach, you know, that he kind of takes the student's lead on what is their best route of learning and kind of follows the student's lead instead of saying, this is how you're going to do it, this is how I want it done, and you cannot do it any other way. And with Parker, he is just thriving off of that. They're still doing the same system where I think green is good days, pink is like extra good days, red is you got in trouble, and then white is you had to go to the principal office. Last year he was getting reds all the time. I would say maybe a green once a week where he had a good day, but the rest of them he was getting in trouble with reds and whatnot. And I think this entire school year he's gotten 1, maybe 2 reds, and the rest have been green. He's even been getting pinks, which means he's been doing very good in school. So I'm really impressed. His test scores are great, a lot better than they were last year. Like, there's everything, just everything. So it goes to show you that teachers make the biggest difference, and what kind of teacher your child has can truly affect them academically, socially, behaviorally, all that kind of stuff. So I'm really, really excited, and I'm kind of upset that this teacher can't follow Parker through all of his school years, because that would just be phenomenal. That would be ideal in my book, because they just, you know, they just click. I think a lot of kids, even me, you know, I remember back in school there was this one teacher that we just, you know, meshed really well, his personality and my personality, and I learned really good in that class, and I felt comfortable to talk to the teacher and stuff like that. So anyway, so I'm happy to say no meds for Parker. Things are going really good. School's going really good. Home, everything is good. And no, I just want to add a disclaimer. I'm not saying meds are horrible and bad, but for us, with him, I just had this gnawing feeling like I really don't know that he needs them, you know? And it just was in the back of my head like, I don't think he needs it. I don't think he needs it. Don't do it. They're trying to push it on him. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I'm really glad that we stuck to our guns and kind of just waited it out to see how things would go. One thing this teacher is talking about doing, since we all know he can't be his teacher forever, he says he's going to write up some sort of paper for Parker at the end of the year on just things like how he's teaching him and things that are really helpful with Parker, so that we can carry that from year to year to teacher, and whether the next teacher chooses to follow that guideline or not is up to them. But it seems like this particular teacher is really invested in how the kids are doing, and he seems to really enjoy his job, and it makes all the difference. So anyway, that is my 8-minute and 40-second long-winded update on ADHD and school and how things are going. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.